Welcome back to Something Awesome. I'm zettovyker. Welcome to Let's Play Katawa Shoujo Act 2-4 Hanako's Scars. Something funny happened yesterday, last time, so we're just gonna continue off here. She missed school today. She missed school today, and yesterday. I still have to check up on her today. To be honest, after seeing how she was when I talked to her yesterday, I'm pretty anxious. I really have no idea what to make of it. Has this happened in the past? Is it related to her scarring in some way? Unfortunately so. Roughly the same thing happened last year when her birthday came up. As far as I can tell, it's because her parents died in the accident that caused her scarring, and Hanako blames herself for their deaths.
What she says does seem to make sense. If she's blaming herself on her birthday, she may well be ruining that she was ever born. Hanako had mentioned her stay in the orphanage to me. Maybe I should take it apart. That she trusts me to tell such a thing. Lily's seeming so in the dark about it, though. Almost to the extent is a surprise. So sorry. I feel so bad.
You suck, man. You suck. When was the last time it saved?
No, just get it. You guys give it through, yo. I think what?
Oh, geez, that was a long time ago. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, I think we're better now.
Oh god, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm so sorry. Why have you I'm.
No, I do that. Just
We're so bad. Okay, are you okay? Are you done?
I got myself, man.
Are you done? I thought we were good. I thought we were okay. Okay, I'm okay now. See,
Okay.
I mean, this
Alright.
is the last recording of the night. So come on, we can do this, right?
Yeah. You got this.
So why? So that's why she lives in the student dormitories as well. Has she told you any? Has she told you any more about the accident? As close as we've come, she's barely told me anything about what happened. What I know about it is largely conjecture.
She sounds so depressed, almost defeated. Considering the trauma Hanako must have gone through, I really can't fault Lily for not knowing. Nevertheless, she still seems to consider it a personal failing.
Don't blame yourself, Lily. With everything that she's gone through.
There's a long silence from the other end of the line. I begin to wonder if the call cut out before the voice at the other end speaks once again.
There is another person, though, that has been a subject of worry for me as of late. Oh?
I run through the people she could be talking about in my head. The only friends she seems to keep very close to Hanako and I, although there is a Kira as well.
That person is you, Hisa.
There's another silence on the line, but this time, it's caused by me. Making others worry about me is something I very actively tried to voice since coming to Yamaku. Indeed, even my interaction with Hanako has helped stave off any major health problems thanks to our relaxed and slow-paced lives.
Huh. What is there to worry about over me? I apologize. I didn't mean any offense. Sorry, I was just taken a bit off guard. Still, isn't Hanako a bigger problem at the moment? For some time now, I've thought that both of you may be feeding into each other's more worrying habits. I tried to amend this before leaving, but it seems to have done little. Worrying habits? When I asked you about what you had in mind for the future, your answer was very similar to what Hanako has said in the past when that question was posed to her. It is well and good that you want to protect her, but I fear that treating Hanako like this, as if she were a daughter or someone in need of special care, is only going to achieve the opposite.
The situation got effectively turned on its head. After everything that's happened, this is the first time I find myself doubting Lily's judgment.
What a quick save here. Choices, folks. Choices.
Agree with Lily or trust
Trust
my
my
own
own judgment.
judgment.
It's true.
Well, I'm a little arrogant.
It's true though. I have to agree with Lily. I have to say that if things stay this way, me and Hanako cannot progress as people.
I listen carefully to what Lily has to say, but I can't bring myself to agree with her. Hanako is a delicate person at the best of times, and after what happened with when her birthday was brought up, I think this is the very last situation where we should be leaving her alone if she deliberately secluding herself. I feel like Lily has a very different image of how best to deal with Hanako in her mind, though. Not just now, but in all the times that I've known the two. I'm all over the best course of action in my head and find myself trying to verbally agree with Lily as softly and ambivalently as I can. We make some small talk afterwards, but neither of us really has much stomach for it in the light of the recent events. We say our goodbyes before I hang up. I want to talk to Hanako myself to help her as best I can. The best thing for her right now would be to have someone close to her, not to be left alone. I wrap my knuckle thrice on Hanako's door. As expected, there's no answer. I briefly consider knocking again, but I know full well that I just get the same result if I did. Resting my hand on Hanako's door handle, I try and prepare what I want to say to her. Try as I might, I can't really think of anything worth saying. I want to comfort her, yes, but I have no idea how to do that. That alone is almost enough to stop me. I told Lily that I would, though, so I feel I have to follow through, whether I'm confident about it or not. I turn the handle downwards with a large amount of hesitation. It doesn't move far enough. It doesn't move far though, due to the door being locked.
Hanako,
So she really has locked me out. After everything that happened between us and the time that we spent together, she shut me out completely.
um, I don't know if you can hear me, but I just want to talk to you a bit. If you can hear me. Could you unlock the door?
I wait in silence. Minutes pass, but eventually I hear footsteps coming to the door and the lock being worked. At least she's willing to hear me out. That's one good thing.
I I don't really know what to say. I just wanted to see you. I wanted to make sure you're all right.
I take a breath before pushing the handle down and opening the door. If she unlocked it without raising any protest, it should be fine for me to go in. Hanako is sitting on the side of her bed, her face sullied as through deep in thoughts. Her room is as stark as ever, and right now, she seems perfectly suit the mood it gives off. Eventually, her eyes slowly move to the door. As soon as she notices my presence, she darts off her bed and jumps to her feet, facing me straight on. Her oversized gown makes this gesture look all a little more sweeping as it freely moves around her light frame.
What are you?
I quickly regret coming in as I look at her. She looked depressed, but there's a tinge of anger behind it. So she can make this kind of expression as well.
I I just wanted to check that you were all right. I thought it would be okay since you unlocked the door.
Hanako opens her mouth to speak, but quickly closes it again before looking away. We stand in silence for a while before she steps back and sits down on the side of her bed. While I'm not sure whether she's frustrated with me and resigned to the fact that I'm here, or generally okay with me being in her room. Once again, I find myself completely unable to work out how she feels. It's annoying. I end up walking to her desk chair and taking a seat. I do it slowly to allow her time to raise any issue she might have with me sticking around, but she doesn't say anything. All she does is stare at the ground, not moving a muscle. After sitting with my front to the chair's back, I take a seat. I take a better look at Hanako. She appears pale, but her cheeks look red. I'm not sure she's been eating well either, given how thin her frame looks. Lily might have said it would be better if I kept more of a distance from her, but it's hard to think of that as the correct way to deal with Hanako when she looks like this. She keeps looking to the ground without a word, as if waiting for me to say something. It's entirely unreasonable, since I'm the one who came into her room.
Want to go out somewhere? Going down the hill to town might be a bit much, but we could at least go for a walk outside. Why do you want to do that? I was just thinking that it might help you a bit. You spend so much time inside, your skin's gonna get a little pale as lilies before long.
I snort in amusement, expecting Hanako to do the same, but she gives no reaction. She just goes back to looking at the ground.
If you don't want to go, I I don't want to go either. It's fine. I play soccer and hung out with my friends after school a lot before coming to Yamaku, so I like being outdoors.
Hanako shows no visible reaction. It's hard to talk to her when the discussion is so one-sided.
We could go to the library. Uh, if it wasn't closed by about now. The gardens would be fine though.
She begins to play with her hair. It's distracting. It strikes me as a little unusual for her. Then again, since the incident in the class happened, I've been tiptoeing around her for a fear of hurting her like that again. Actively trying to get her outside might be a good thing. I lean forward a bit more in the chair and give her a slightly forced smile to try and lighten the mood a little.
There wouldn't be anyone around by now, so you wouldn't have to worry about getting someone getting in our way. It could be a little date or something.
I give a small chuckle, but catch myself as Hanako stops playing with her hair and grips the bed tightly. Hanako's mouth moves, but try as I might, I can't pick out what she's mumbling.
Hanako? You don't understand.
Even now, I can only barely understand what she says. It feels like she's trying to make her presence as small as possible. That's incredibly unnatural for her to do in class or around others, but it hurts when she tries it around me.
I told you, it's fine. It's just a little walk. Nobody will notice us.
I get out of the chair and walk towards the door, turning back to invite Hanako along. Once again, she doesn't respond at all to what I say.
I don't. Going outside for a bit is good for clearing your head. Why do you want to do this? Because I want to help you. I don't want help. Did you just come here to try and get me out? I don't mind. I think everyone needs help sometimes. When I was trying to get through my first days at Yamaku, you really helped me a lot. Besides, I'm not exactly busy. I don't want to go. I'm fine. I don't really think it's healthy to stay indoors that long. So the sun's got a little life in it, so it's not too late to have at least a little walk. You could probably use a bit of exercise anyway, to help wake me up. I've got some homework to get done, and it wouldn't be good to fall asleep halfway doing it. Then go. By myself? She nods.
She nods.
Well, I'm not really against that, but are you sure? I swung by to invite you to come with me. I'm fine. You can go. Come on, just a walk. Please, just go. I'm fine here. Hanako.
I try to look at her face to gauge her feelings, but her expression is wooden, as if it was so carefully arranged that a single movement might cause it to collapse.
Well, if you want to stay here, maybe we could play a game. Just leave, please. I don't want to do anything right now. Surely there's something you want to do. It must be boring sitting here in your room alone. I want you to go. Come on, you don't have to be like that. I just want to spend some time with you. Lily and I were so... You talked to her? Yeah. We were on the phone just a little while ago. We're both really worried about you.
Hanako mumbles to herself again. It's increasingly disturbing.
Hanako? I'm telling you, please, go away. You don't understand anything. If we just had a talk, you could tell me what I don't understand. I just want to protect you. I don't really see. Get out. Please. Just locking yourself in your room is it going to help anything, Hanako? Please. Silence.
Silence.
Hanako, I just want to help.
She suddenly storms off her bed, turning to me with an expression that takes me completely off guard.
Get out of the room, get out of the room, get out of the room, get out of the room!
Hanako yells at me with such force that, for the first time in a long time, I feel genuinely frightened. I I have no idea how to react to this. From Hanako of all people.
Leave, I'm telling you, go! But I was just trying to help you. I know I need help. I know I'm broken. I don't need you to tell me that. I never said you were broken or anything like that. It's written on your face. It's written on Lily's face. It's written on everyone's faces. I see a therapist every week. Lily told me he's a forward child. And now, even you. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed at all. I hate Lily, and I hate you more than anyone.
Her face moves in strange, almost grotesque ways. I've never seen someone completely lose it before, but it looks like the usual quiet and withdrawn girl in front of me is going into such a destructive cycle before my eyes. I don't know what to do. I have no idea what I should say or do.
Go! Leave me alone! Get out of here!
I take a step back, then another, and then another. My retreat is only halting when I feel the door against my back. I can't fix the situation. Nothing I say would change anything now. I feel like I'm in a strange and deeply unsettling foreign world. I don't want to be here anymore. The door handle fights my clumsy attempts to open the door without turning my back to Hanako. Eventually, thankfully, the handle moves downwards. I open the door as fast as I can and almost leap backwards through it. As I go through, I keep my eyes on the girl in front of me. She's not broken. Hanako isn't broken. If she was broken, then I'm just as broken as she is after all that's happened to me. Lily's only ever did the best by her, and I only ever tried to protect her as best as I could. Hanako looks down, all her energy spent. Now that I've stepped out of her room, the worst of her fury is gone. But even now, I can't bring myself to argue with her. It's not just the deep shock at what she said. It feels like something else is stopping me. Something deep that makes me feel physically sick. Without a word, I slowly shut the door. The creak of the old hinges almost sound different. With a final thud, the door closes. The Hanako that I felt I knew disappears behind it, and only faint orange slivers of light peek around the very edges. I feel numb. Without anything else to do, I begin to walk back to my dormitory room, mechanically placing one foot in front of the other while barely registering a thing around me. My mind keeps ticking, questioning everything that I thought I knew about Hanako. But one thing is not questioned. That shutting that door brought her close to me, close to more than a single visit.
This has been Katawa Shoujo, Act 2-4. The joke's on you. I kind of knew that agreeing with Lily would give us the bad ending. Mostly because if I had trusted in myself, I knew what would have happened. I knew that if I truly understood Hanako as I did, that if I believed in myself and I believed in her, that I'd have to cut this video really early to say that you guys are not allowed to watch the adult-rated scenes. So until next time, folks, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave your comments below, subscribe if you want to see the rest of the story, but not the rest of the story that you actually want to see because that's not happening, then subscribe. And until next time, folks, I'll see you guys then. Let's actually wait for the credits to roll through. 4D Studios. They've done an amazing game, and the actual ending is not Okay, you know what?
It's okay.
Yeah, we're gonna. I'll turn off the. I will.
Just cut.
I'll turn off. No, I'll turn off the adult rated thingy, and then we'll
And
we'll go through that. All right. So thanks, folks. I'll see you guys then.